morning, good afternoon, good evening. I have often said on this platform and on other platforms that the MDC leaders failed to implement even one token reform during the GNU of 2008 to 2013, when they had the golden opportunity to do so, because Mugabe bribed them with the trappings of high office. Those were the obvious things one could see. The E-Class Mercedes-Benz, the very generous salaries and allowances all round, the US $4 million mansion in Highlands for Tsvangirai himself, and a few other things. It is true. But it turns out it was only the tip of the iceberg. The bribe was far-reaching. Some of these MDC, CCC leaders were bribed with farms, assets, and a lot more, which in time I'm sure we will learn of. The Shona have a saying that Renemanyanga hariputirwi, and the English translation of that will be, the truth will always come out. And the truth is coming out. The other day, this video was circulating. And in it, this individual is talking about some of the problems in Zanu PF, with the leadership, the MDC leadership.
Hatidi kutongwa neanoda, toda kutongwa neakajaira. Handi ndizvozvo. Kutonga kunoda akajaira. Saka muchatukwa mugotukwa mugonzi maenda ikoko muri kutsvaga mari. Alright, tomboti ndizvo asiri kuitsvaga ndiani. Because ari kuti uya hurumende ngaibve. Ari kuti ngaibve tipinde isusu kuti uite sei uwane mari. Saka isusu ro tibude pamari kuti upinde pamari. Zvinobuda. Saka aiwa ndakaudza vana musuno kuti musa poromiswe kuti hurumende ichauya ichakupfumisai. Muchiudzwa nemunhu akapfuma kare, hakuna opposition leader anogara kumhiri kwaSamora kunoko. Vese vamunoona vari 27 vanokorera mapresident, vese vane dzimba kupi uko. Vakaiita sei mariyo? Hakuna opposition leader asina plus. Vakawana kupi maplus iwa. Asi chavanogona ndechekuudza mamemba kuti musatore maplus. Because kana ukatora plus uchazorima ukaguta, kana waguta usina hasha. Saka gara usina plus, uite hasha, utuke hurumende, uende unovhota, uende kudemonstration. Ndosaka iye munhu opposition aende kudemo, haadi kutemerwa mota yake nyowani. Haadi kutemwa nematombo because business rinozobroka. Anoda.
That is an interesting piece of news. The opposition leaders have received farms and other benefits, which they've discouraged their supporters from getting for selfish reasons. They've kept their supporters poor so that they are motivated to denounce the regime. This is a theme that we have heard Zanu PF itself doing. Ever since the country's independence, Zanu PF, for instance, has deliberately refused to give people in the rural areas title deeds. This is a burning issue. We have said on countless times that if the people in the rural areas are given title deeds, they will be able to produce for themselves, to build for themselves decent homesteads. Ian Smith faced the same challenge. He refused to give title deeds to the rural people because he argued if you give them title deeds to the land, it'll be an economic stepping stone. And the economically empowered blacks, the next thing they will be asking for is political empowerment. Zanu PF has refused to give title deeds for the same reason. And now it turns out the opposition is also refusing meaningful economic empowerment of the people for the same reason. How sickening is that? But to go back to the issue, to the story of what MDC leaders have. Some of them, of course, they've all along denied that they have got farms. And stubbornly maintained their pretext that they are poor. Here is another video clip of somebody who clearly is in the know on these matters.
Bhazi rikafira musango, munhu asina kwaari kuenda bhazi mumwe anofara kuti ndo patopumba pake nditori nevamwe vangu pa. Munhu anorwadziwa nekurara musango, munhu ane kumba.
Chaibhadana kumba kwangu.
But amana kumba kugombeza rangu rere. Mana so. But munhu asina imba atete kurara musango. So opposition inomeka sure kuti vanhu vaya vawane minda. But may he so rest in peace Tsvangirai. Praise ravo vanga vainaro. Chamisa anaro.
Anoredza ngichamisa. Ane family.
Kana azoramba. Ndoenda newe.
Riri kupi?
Ane farm.
Ripi?
I know madresse munhu anetsa kuti focha, but anaro. Chakudza off camera.
Okay.
Ane mine.
Ane mine?
Ane makaseo.
Yeah?
Yes. Biti. Ane praza. Haunomboona here picture yabiti achitenga mombe kuna Temba Mlisco. Sekuisa kupraza. One of the biggest beef producers in the Matabeleland region, the Washman Ngwe.
Okay.
Yes, ane praza. Anautenga beneficiary pa land reform. But what they did is to discourage their people from acquiring my farms. Because why is that munhu akaona something chapiwa nehurumende hachapikisa.
Are you for real, Mr. Kamsha?
Nomubvunza Washman Ngwe kuti haasi kuita beef here, producer beef here paprasa. Tonyaendanetsa naupo weching'ono kuti kare. Handiti kuti stand yaupo weching'ono standard ine painogumira. But vakatotaura nehurumende nemasabu ikaextendwa because aita good.
That really is interesting. So we have had this situation where individuals, the opposition leaders, were elected by the people with the number one purpose of implementing the democratic reforms to end the Zanu PF dictatorship. And when they finally got into power, in the position where they could have implemented those reforms, they failed to do so. For the simple reason that they were bribed, they were bought off to forget about the reforms. and join in and have a share of the spoils of power. And they have accepted those bribes and are now part and parcel of the regime that is denying the people a meaningful say in the governance of the country. We are back to square one. This story is not going away. This story is only helping to emphasize the other issue I've been raising on this platform, that Chamisa is corrupt, incompetent, a liar, and a conman. Some people have tried to deny that he's not a conman, that he's not a liar, that he's not corrupt, that he's not incompetent. Well, this revelation is an eye-opener. The biggest problem we are facing right now is that Chamisa is gearing to con people to participate in 2028, knowing fully well that Zanu PF is rigging those elections, knowing fully well that participating will give Zanu PF legitimacy. But they will tell the people that no, this time we are going to win. Hashtag God is in it. Meanwhile, Zanu PF has continued confident that they can go ahead and rig those elections. The opposition will participate, and not only that, they'll call their followers to participate in their millions to give the regime legitimacy. Many people have wondered, why is Zanu PF so confident? Again and again, the answer is coming out now. With all these bribes of farms, it is clear that Zanu PF already knows it has got the opposition in its deep pockets. They can worry about everything else, but they don't have to worry about the opposition participating no matter what. No matter how flawed the process gets, they will participate. Because you know what? The opposition has already been paid. I've often said that MDC CCC as Zanu PF Team B in all but name, playing for Team A to win and for Team A to have legitimacy. This evidence of the bribes that the opposition leaders have received over the years proves it. We would like now to sit and wait. Let's see if any of the opposition leaders are going to deny that they don't have these farms. Some of them say I bought them. But now we know better. Let's hear them come on record and say, yes, I bought my farm. And maybe they can produce the evidence of where they got the money to buy those farms. The people of Zimbabwe must wake up to the reality that the opposition MDC CCC have been running with the povo here, but hunting with the Zanu PF hounds for a long time. The biggest mistake we can make is to participate in flawed elections in 2028 to give Zanu PF legitimacy and perpetuate the dictatorship. Particularly now that we know that Chamisa and company, as Zanu PF Team B in all but name. The fight to stop people participating in 2028 is hotting up. And I believe the truth will prevail. Now that the truth is coming out, many people will be forced to open their eyes and see Chamisa and company for who they really are. Corrupt, incompetent, liars, and conmen. Think about it. Good night.